The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue seas, fields of green and sandy yellow beaches too. The island also has loads of trains and railway lines. But who's that just puffing round the track? It's a tank engine that is named Thomas. He welcomes you to meet his friends working together to make anything just work. 'Cause when an obstacle comes along, the train ride makes it worthless. When friendship and teamwork is on your side, nothing's impossible with Thomas and his friends.
It was a busy time on the island of Sodor. The line in the bridge on Sodor Ridge Mountain was being rebuilt. Edward, Henry, and James were helping out with the work, and as he knew the line from its early years, the Fat Controller put Edward in charge.
Alright guys, nearly finished. We just got to lay the last section of track on the bridge before we lay new rails on the other side.
Okay, Edward.
Have we?
Yes, Henry. And besides, the sooner we finish the bridge, the sooner I can get back to a job that's more suitable for a splendid engine like me.
Come on, are you serious? Henry, I'm going to start work on the other side. Can you lay the last piece of track on the bridge with the crane?
Henry wasn't happy about this. He had always had a problem with heights since the storm clear-up, but he knew what it meant to be a really useful engine.
Of course, Edward.
Splendid. Up I go.
High Mountain, Edward. Meanwhile, Thomas, Percy, and Duck were shunting trucks in the yard. They were getting a goods train ready for Emily to take to the docks. It had to be ready before dark. Hey Thomas! I got a joke for you!
A joke? Oh, do tell, Percy.
How can you tell if a red engine crashed into a tar wagon?
Well, I don't know, Percy. How can you tell if a red engine crashed into a tar wagon?
By the trail of tar leading along the tracks!
Oi, Percy, stop chattering and carry on with the job.
I was only telling Thomas a joke.
Look, we don't have time for jokes. We're running late and it will be dark soon.
Okay, I was only having fun. Meanwhile, Edward was helping the workmen on the other side of the bridge, and everything was ready to lay the last piece of track.
Okay, Henry, you can bring up the last piece of track now.
Already, Henry was finding it very difficult.
It's such a long way down.
Don't worry, Henry. You're not going down in the water. You're just lowering something on the track in front of you. Ha!
Henry didn't think James was being helpful at all.
You know I don't like heights, James. I really don't.
Back at the yards, Percy was now in a bad mood. It's not fair! Duck is always picking on me with his great western ways!
No, he isn't, Percy. Look, just don't be such a silly engine.
Percy, I told you before, We need to do our job. There are two ways of doing this. The Great Western Way or the wrong way.
See? I told you, Thomas!
Oh, come on, Percy. Duck just wants to get the job finished. We need to get Emily's train ready before dark.
Pah! Well, we'll see. Let's see how that Great Western moron can finish the job without me!
Percy, wait! Come back! Oh, dear.
Back at the bridge, Henry was still having trouble.
Go on, Henry. You'll be alright.
I can't! I just can't look!
Lower it down, Henry! Lower it down, Henry!
That's it. Down a bit.
There, Henry. Nearly there, Henry.
Then, there was trouble. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Edward was now trapped on the bridge.
Oh no! The workman forgot to fasten the bridge supports into place!
Oh, dear.
Henry still had his eyes shut.
What's happening?
You've knocked the bridge down, you silly green engine.
Oh, sorry, Edward.
Edward's stuck on the bridge, Henry. Now what do we do?
Alright, James, calm down. Henry, use the crane to lift the piece of wood with a bit of track on it, and then lower that piece into that gap. And then I'll make it to safety. I hope.
Oh, I'll try.
At last, Emily's train was ready to go.
Where's Percy, Thomas?
Well, I don't know. Well, he's gone, Duck.
Gone? Why?
Well, he's sulking. He thought you were picking on him with your Great Western ways.
I wasn't. I just wanted to get the job done.
Hello, you two. Where's Percy?
While the two engines told Emily the whole story, Percy grumbled as he puffed along the track. Stupid duck picking on me! It's not fair! Not fair! Not fair! Not fair! Percy was so busy grumbling and moaning that he hadn't noticed that he had been diverted onto the track leading away from Tidmouth. It took the whole afternoon to find a piece of track that will fit in the gap, and soon Henry was lifting away. The crane had just lowered it into the gap when...
Ah! Bat!
Henry, calm down! The bat won't hurt you, I promise!
Just be glad, Henry, it's not a vampire bat.
Henry was so scared that he reversed away as fast as he could, knocking James off the rails in the process.
Ow! Thanks a lot, Henry.
Sorry, James. I'll go for help. Or I would if I could have gotten past the bridge supports.
Darkness spread across Sodor. Henry steamed slowly along the track.
Oh, where am I?
Henry wasn't the only one having problems in the dark. Oh, no, it's dark. I don't like the dark. As soon as Emily delivered her trucks to the docks, the engine searched for Percy all the way to Tidmouth Sheds. They were surprised to find the sheds still empty.
Oh, where is he? Hasn't he come back here yet?
Where would Percy go?
I don't know. I wish he wouldn't run off like that.
Maybe Edward might have seen him. We'll wait for him to come back and we'll ask him.
So they waited and waited, But Edward didn't come, nor did the other engines, so Emily made a decision.
We'll just have to go and look for Percy ourselves.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Me and Duck will search along the main line. Thomas, you stay here in case Percy comes back.
I'm on it, Emily. Oh, I hope he'll be alright.
Meanwhile, Percy isn't enjoying his run into the night. Not scared, not scared, not scared. Ah! Scared!
Where am I?
But neither of the two engines knew that they were reversing towards each other. Henry? What are you doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing here?
I don't know, really. It's so dark. I want to go home to my warm, cozy shed. Percy was so scared that he nearly cried. Meanwhile, Duck and Emily were still looking for Percy.
Can you see him, Emily?
No, not yet. Wait a minute. I see something.
Just through the trees was a figure of a large, green tender.
It's Henry's tender!
Funny. Isn't he supposed to be working with Edward and James? Something's not right here. Full steam ahead, Duck.
Where am I?
Not scared, not scared, not scared. Emily and Duck found Henry and Percy in no time.
There you are, Percy.
And Henry too. What are you doing here? And where's Edward?
Henry realized what he had done.
Oh dear, they're stuck on Sodor Ridge Mountain.
What?
What?
Meanwhile, James was struggling to get some sleep.
Man, I'm bored. And I can't sleep. How long have you been up here now?
About 2 hours, James.
Bother. I'd rather be snuggled up in my nice warm shed at Tidmouth. It's freezing up here.
Don't worry, James. Someone will find us. Hang on. Hang on.
Hooray! Help's here!
Edward and James were delighted. Soon, Emily and Duck and Henry set to work. First, they lifted James back to the track.
Thanks, everyone. Good work.
Now, Henry had the most difficult job of all, to rescue Edward.
Well, I'm not sure I can do this.
Don't worry, Henry. We'll help you.
The engines buffered up to Henry to give him support, and slowly and carefully, Henry shunted the crane with the bit of track towards the gap in front of Edward.
Almost there. Almost there.
Henry had to work very hard to keep the crane steady and not look down until finally the track section was lowered into place.
Well done, everyone.
The rescue was complete.
Excuse me, but can we go home now?
Yes, James, we can go home now.
But Henry still felt bad about what he had done.
I'm really sorry, guys.
But it wasn't all your fault, Henry. If workmen fitted the bridge supports properly.
That's right, Emily. None of this would have happened. I'm sure they won't make that mistake again.
Well, that's that. Come on, let's go home.
Thomas was still waiting at the sheds when he saw Percy returning with all the other engines.
Percy, you're safe!
Sorry I made you worried. I was lost in the dark, and so was Henry. Then Percy told Thomas about his adventure while the bigger engines fell fast asleep. Thomas was amazed.
Whoa, that must have been very scary being all alone in the dark.
I know, but if Duck hadn't found me, I would still be out there.
That's great, Percy. Excuse me. Well, right now I need to get some sleep. Gotta pass the train first thing in the morning. Good night, Percy. Glad to have you back home.
Duck started to puff back to his shed on his branch line. Wait, Duck!
Something wrong?
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for being silly today.
Oh, that's alright, Percy. I guess I'm sorry too. Sorry I upset you. I didn't mean it. I guess my Great Western ways went a little too far.
It's okay. Can we be friends again?
Of course we can.
Thanks, Duck. I need to get some sleep too.
Night, Percy.
Good night, Duck. And thank you.